Tonight, the legislature's powerful budget writing committee will meet.
They're taking up a series of pieces of the state budget, including education funding. Joining us now to talk about what to expect, Dave Cheslevich. Good to see you, Dave.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so let's start with the education funding. The state superintendent has said the state reimburses schools for less than 30% of legally required services for special ed. She also wants the state to address retention rates. I guess the question is, do you think the GOP will be able to meet where Governor Evers' budget stood on the issues?
Well, probably not. This is a movie we've seen before where the governor proposes significant increases in public education funding, and then the Republicans in the legislature pretty much zero them out, make a smaller increase, and then Governor Evers tends to use his line item veto creatively, as he did last time, and find ways to get more money into public education than the Republicans would have liked, but not as much as he proposed in the first place. They seem, the Republicans have apparently decided they're going to find a way to construct the budget in such a way that he's unable to use his line item veto to do that. So that'll be interesting to see how they pull that off. Look, I don't think they're going to give Evers everything he wants, and I don't think they're going to give him anything at this point. I think they're going to wait and see if they can have a grand bargain with the governor. The Republicans want higher tax cuts. Governor Evers and the Democrats want more money for public education. It probably wouldn't make sense for the Republicans right now to give the governor anything he wants. They'll probably give him nothing at this point. But then I would expect at some point there'll be some negotiating, and we'll see some more money for public education, some tax cuts. They'll probably meet in the middle.
Yeah, we'll follow it closely. It'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. We also wanted to ask you about another topic. On Tuesday, the Joint Finance Committee shot down a proposal for security for judges. What are your thoughts about that?
And I think that was a mistake. Obviously, we've seen a great deal of tension since President Trump resumed office, great deal of tension between the executive branch and the judicial branch at that level. Here in Wisconsin, very, very sadly, a few years ago, a retired circuit court judge, John Raymer, in, I believe it was Juneau County, was killed by a man he had sentenced to 6 years in prison. So unfortunately, and it's very unfortunate that this has come to the fore, but unfortunately, judges are more at risk than they have been in the past. And it seemed to me that the $2.5 million that Governor Evers had proposed for greater security for the courts did make a lot of sense. I thought it was warranted. And so I think it's very unfortunate that Joint Finance did not include that.
I think we have about 30 seconds left to wrap everything up. That June 30th deadline for lawmakers is approaching. Do you think they're going to meet that deadline?
No, of course not. That's not the end of the world. These budget processes have gone into October in the past. It's not like the federal government. The state government continues to operate under the old budget. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because with all the cuts proposed at the federal level, it might be a good thing for the state budget to lag a few months to see what happens there.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave.
Good to talk to you, Mayor Dave. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.